mean, I'm not a joke teller at all, but I definitely use humorous anecdotes in what I'm talking about, just because I think it's an important part of being relaxed and learning. So to see some of that work as I was saying things and have, that's easy to read off a live audience,
Yeah.
but I was encouraged to find out I was able to even read it off of a Zoom, or someone will smile or turn to the side, write something. I saw that, taking notes. I'm like, okay, this is all kind of everything that was supposed to work did.
Oh, so I participated in the thing with Tony Robbins with Zoom because he
Mm.
couldn't be doing his. He does all these seminars all over the place, but he couldn't do it because of COVID. So he wanted to do like a huge Zoom, but I think you can only have like 360 people or something. And somehow he says, no, we got to do more. So he had like thousands of people on this Zoom thing. And he was in a room with all these TV screens, like a 360-degree thing with screens, and he could see hundreds of people at the same time. Hundreds. I think there's thousands of people on there.
I know how that feels.
It was amazing. I felt like I was one of them somewhere, but of course he didn't see me. The people that paid extra money could be on the screen to be seen, but I couldn't. So I was.
Isn't that interesting?
It was pretty amazing though.
Like live of Robbins event was spectacular, but there's it's all the different admissions. You can pay this, or if you want to pay more, you can get up front. I never thought about that being in a virtual thing. If you want to pay more, your screen will be bigger. That's fascinating.
Yeah, and you could actually be on the screen, and he'd be able to see you, and you can see. But because I didn't pay the extra fee, they couldn't see me, so I could be picking my nose, and they wouldn't have known. I did a couple of times.
And actually, something like, hey, if Tony Robbins wants to see me, that's got to be, he needs to pay for that, not me.
That's right. I don't expose myself for free,
Oh boy.
Wow. I should have been ready for that one.
There it is. Wow.
So just people can see what I'm doing. Wow, Michael.
Oh,
So
too
now
fun.
what? Now you preparing for the next one, or?
Yeah, I got something like a 1 hour workshop coming up in May for a company here in Central Mass, which will be fun. That's going to be also virtual, but seems like things are starting to open up a little bit. Between now and the next podcast we record, the baseball season's beginning. Opening day is next Thursday, April 1st. Side of the stadiums across the country are allowing 25% capacity into their stadiums and parks.
Yeah.
Encouraging, and vaccinations are going up, and love to turn a corner on this summer. Love to play some music outside too. My goodness, we miss playing live music.
Yeah.
You wait a minute now. Next Saturday, April 3rd, Silver King Brewing Company.
Yeah. We got a gig.
That's cool.
Yeah, can't wait.
That's cool. I would never wish this on anybody, but if your drummer were to sprain a wrist on Friday, whatever, I'm around.
It's funny though. We've had the three different drummers that sit in with us. Because Adrian, our drummer, plays in two other bands, so sometimes he's not available. We actually have three drummers that can come in and sit in with us, and they know all our songs. And we rehearse once in a while with them, like before a gig, just to go over some of the songs and some of the intros and the outros and stuff, and that kind of stuff. But they're really good. Those guys are awesome.
All right, never mind what I said then.
But that doesn't mean that you couldn't come in and do it anytime you want to. You can sit in with
I
us.
would love you to email you're playing.
Say that again. I lost you again there for a second.
I would love if you would email me your set list. I'd love to know what you're playing for songs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you happen to have it right there, do you? Oh.
What I Like About You, Keep Your Hands to Yourself, Hard to Handle, American Girl, Proud Mary, Honky Tonk Woman, Folsom Prison Blues, but we rocked that up pretty good, Authority Song, Wagon Wheel, Brown Eyed Girl, Blister in the Sun, Just What I Needed, the Cars. Come As You Are, Jumping Jack Flash, Don't Want to Be, Jenny, 867-5309. What's her number?
One hit wonder right there.
Johnny Be Good, Last Shot. That's a new song for us. It's a country song, really good.
Last shot.
Lonely Boy, you know Lonely Boy? The Black Keys.
I don't know if I do.
Fight for Your Right,
Wow. You guys are all over the place.
All Day and All of the Night,
Mm.
Everlong, Santa Monica, Surrender, Summer of '69,
Wow.
Taken, I Want to Be Sedated, Machine Head,
Oh,
Rebel Yell, Rocky Mountain Way, and Roadhouse Blues. Huh?
that is a pretty diverse, eclectic set. You guys are all over the place. I love it.
Yeah, because people like the songs we play. They don't like how we
Mhm.
play them, but they like the songs we play.
I understand.
So even if we play them badly, they say, "Oh, I remember that song," and they remember the days when they liked the song before we played it.
So when I've played in cover bands in the past, is it like someone hears a song and they just bring it to the band and say, "What about this?" And there's a real quick like, "Okay, let's move forward," or no, and then it kind of goes and learns it and get back together again.
Yeah, somebody thinks of a song that they want us to learn, so we all think about it. Say, yeah, we'd like to do that. So we kind of look into it. Then at the next rehearsal, we actually play it and get it going.
Right.
It takes us several times. Sometimes in one rehearsal we get it done and it's good, and other times it take have to 2 or 3 different sessions to get it right.
Oh yeah. Isn't it interesting that some songs just fall together and some take forever to figure
Yeah,
out? Funny.
it's because some of these artists that come up with these songs, they write the songs and record them. They make them hard for us to play. What kind of bullshit is that?
What do they think they are?
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
What was the last song that someone in your band brought up to learn?
Well, Everlong by Foo Fighters is new. Come As You Are by
Nirvana?
Nirvana is new. And then that song Last Shot is new.
Little connection there too between the Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
It's a
It's some of these things, I mean, the other guys are younger than I am, but some of the songs they come up with, I would never think of playing, but I actually like playing them.
mm-hmm,
I mean, it's kind of cool.
mm-hmm.
But we play a lot more songs than that. Just that's the set list for this gig.
Wow.
Then we have
So-
some that we haven't played in a long time, and
Just a quick JetBlue flight, and I could be in the audience again
yeah.
and having a nice oyster bone stout at the brewery.
At Silver King Brewery.
Well, that might be nice.
I should charge them $5. I mentioned
This is in
huh?
where are they located? Is this Tarpon Springs?
Tarpon Springs, yeah.
Nice. That's gonna be fun for you. That's next week.
Yeah.
A week from tonight. We should do our podcast as you're on stage.
Wow. That'll make the band happy.
Hold on before the next song. I need 40 minutes. I'll be right back with you. Do you have, you guys rehearse what, once a week?
Yeah, sometimes it depends. If we have a gig coming up, we do it every once a week. If we don't have anything coming up,
As I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
That was my intent to say you rehearse more as you're coming up to a gig. Yeah.
So you might appreciate this. One time we were playing at Silver King Brewery, and then the first break, there was a guy sitting at the bar. He says to me, "Hey, man," he was an older guy, probably in his late 60s. He says, "You guys sound really good." I said, "Thank you." He goes, "You guys ever think of bringing on like a saxophone player to sit in with you?" And I said, "Well, I don't know. Sometimes saxophone players are good because they come in and they know their place, but some to come in and they want to play through the whole song and they want to take over the thing, so it's kind of a tough thing to do. He goes, well, what if a guy was good on a saxophone and he would knew how to stay in his place, only come in when it was appropriate? You ever consider something like that? I says, so I knew where he was going with this. I said, why? Does he have a saxophone with him right now in his car? And he goes, yes, he does. I says, well, tell him to go get it. Right? So, because I knew it was coming up. So he comes out with a saxophone. So he played 7 songs with us.
Wow.
So I said, so when you want to look at this at the next list of this, the second set, see what you want to play. He goes, well, whatever you guys play, I can play. It doesn't matter, whatever me. So the first song we did was "What I Like About You" by the Romantics.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there just kind of looking at us playing. And then there's a part where I did a little bit of a lead, and then I gave him the signal. And he gets on a saxophone. The guy was freaking awesome.
Really?
He's a professor at Arizona State.
Huh.
But he was so cool, and everything the songs that he played with us, everything fit just perfectly. Sometimes people
Awesome.
sit in and you don't know what to expect. One time I had a young girl that was half in the bag. She was drunk stuff. She goes, "Hey, can I sing with you guys?" I said, "I don't know. Can you?" So she wanted to sing, but then
you could have told her what my 7th grade English teacher used to tell us. We said, "Can I go to the bathroom?" And she'd say, "Of course you can, but may you?"
maybe, yeah.
Can I sing? Of course you can, but may you?
I says, "Well, sing something for me." So she started singing something. Of course, she was a little drunk anyway, but she didn't sound so good. So I says, "No, we usually don't bring people up to sing." She's she wasn't going to do a good job, I could tell. Yeah.
That was very diplomatic.
Well,
Well,
And I like when people always want to request songs. We're doing a private party once on a lake, a real nice house on a lake. And this guy was coming up requesting songs, but he would come up and request songs while we're playing a song. So, in the middle of playing a song, they say to me, "Hey, you guys know any Bob Seger?" Sometimes play the guitar and say, "No, whatever." But he wouldn't leave me alone. So finally, during the break, I said, "Listen, you can't just come up in the middle of the songs and ask us if we can play songs for you." So I says, "Here's my set list. Anything you want on here, if you can suggest, and we'll play it for you. Anything that's not on the list, we're not going to play for you."
Mm-hmm.
You know how that goes.
It's funny. 2 weeks ago, I was telling you about a podcast, and it was called "Looking Through the Glass Onion." And of course, "Glass Onion" is a tremendous Beatles song, and this was a Beatles podcast by these 2 guys, and they take one song and they just both musicians. As I've gotten to know them, they're both musicians that play in a Beatles tribute band.
Yeah.
But they're kind of big, like they tour around like this is their living. They're called Yesterday and Today, or a best of, and which is kind of a cool name for a band if they're doing Beatles stuff. They know every song, and then every show is all requests from the audience.
Oh, wow.
Can you imagine?
That's cool.
Can you imagine? That's the pun there.
That was good.
Yeah, that was solo stuff. But imagine a band knowing every Beatles song. Some of those got to be so difficult, and they just do all request shows.
So one time, Terry and I went to Palm Harbor, historic Palm Harbor. And we're driving around because we're going to go to a restaurant and get something to eat. And I drove by a place with an outside venue. And there was one guy there playing the guitar, but there was nobody sitting there at all. All the chairs, all the tables were empty. So I pulled a U-turn. Terry says, "What are you doing?" I says, "There's a guy over there playing the guitar by himself. We can't let him do that." So we pulled up, right? And I sat at one of the tables there, and Terry and I had a drink. And because we're the only ones there, after every song, he'd talk to us. "Hey, where are you guys from?" That kind of stuff. So Massachusetts. Goes, "Well, I'm from Massachusetts." So we started talking. He says, "Well, come over here and get my set list, and you tell me what I'm playing. I'll play whatever you want me to play out of the list here." So we were calling the songs, and he was playing for us.
Oh, I love it.
And then we developed a relationship with the guy, real cool guy, good player. And he had like a soundtrack behind him. So he was playing songs on the soundtrack. And it was him on the drums and him on the bass on the soundtrack. He recorded it and he was playing along with it, which was kind of cool. And then when my son had an engagement party, we hired him to go play for us. And I played some songs with him. Really cool guy. And I sat in with his band several times. He plays all kinds of stuff. Now he has a band which like They all play ukuleles. I forget what the name of the band now is. Pineapple
Wow.
Express or something. It's 5 or 6 people on ukuleles, and it's really cool.
Wow.
Yeah, you wouldn't think of something like that, but it's cool. These musicians are awesome, usually.
I think that when we can get, turn the corner on this COVID thing and get back to, I don't want to use the word normal, but some sort of normalcy in terms of social life,
Yeah, yeah.
people are going to be coming out of the woodwork to just come out to shows and movie theaters and live music. And oh, it's going to be amazing.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? I can't wait for that to be wide open again.
And it starts next Saturday, the 3rd, at the Silver King Brewing Company.
Yeah.
That's great. Oh, my friend Joe, I talked to Joe yesterday. He's out in California, Huntington Beach, California, and they have a live gig coming up in the middle of May at a big place out there.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah, they're starting to get back. I've seen larger venues selling tickets to big names. I haven't seen anything earlier than August, but interesting. I'm excited about it.
Do you know Joe Bonamassa? You know him?
Sure.
So he's playing over here at Ruth Eckerd Hall in Clearwater, which is right down the street from me. But his cheapest tickets are $250.
Well, I got $5. Get me 2.
Yeah, I know. So I really want to go see him, but I don't know if I want to drop $250 to go see Joe play. Although if
Wow.
I was the guy paying people paying $250 up to $350 to go see me, that'd be kind of cool.
Joe Bonamassa thing with some musicians, because he's had a couple of bands and some cool stuff he's done.
Yeah, but see what happens is he's playing these smaller venues, so they have to charge more money, obviously, and usually you go to a show for $35 or something, but not $250. It's kind of
Right.
steep.
That's steep. You're right. Who does he think he is? Joe Bonamassa? Oh,
I like him. He's a good guitar player, good blues guy.
Mm.
But he looks like a nerd because he goes up there with a suit, and it just doesn't seem to fit. And then he wails on that guitar, man. He's awesome.
Mm-hmm. I just saw a YouTube clip. They were on one of those cruise ships that they do they get like the 80s metal cruise ships and the bands show up. And
Yeah.
Our friends over at Extreme are often on one of those, cruises every year. There was a bluesy one, and there was this jam at the end, and Joe Bonamassa was on guitar, Kenny Wayne, and a woman. What's her name? Someone just told me about her. Anyway, she was, and then Paul Schaefer from the David Letterman band. In fact, Andy Fig was on drums and was there walking around the stage, like kind of emceeing it, except he wasn't talking, just pointed to everybody like, okay, it's your turn to solo for 4 measures. It's your turn. He kind of orchestrated. It was fun. But Joe Bonamassa is an animal. Oh my God, it was amazing.
I saw some of those videos with Paul Schaefer on that show. And Lark and Poe came up, the two sisters.
Oh yeah.
Lark and Poe, I mean, they're awesome. And Lark and Poe is their grandfather's name. That's the name of their band.
Yeah.
And the guitar player, and the other one plays like a slide guitar. The two sisters are freaking awesome.
I discovered them a year or two ago. They're amazing. Lark and Poe.
Yeah.
We should contact them. They might want to sponsor the Tony and Michael podcast for 5 or 10 seconds.
We'll put them on the list because we're not going to let everybody in. But
no, of course not. Of course not.
I just got a little chime from PayPal. Looks like Tony Cabral paid for another 5 seconds.
Oh, he did another 5? Let's give it to him. Hey, if you're watching this, make sure to call Tony L. Cabral for your real estate needs in the Tampa area.
Okay, that's all he paid for.
I just got a PayPal chime. Beautiful.
You know how that is. PayPal chimes that a payment came in.
Oh, that's awesome.
I had to give the sponsor 5 more seconds.
I have to think about how I can give me some ideas. Oh, that's hysterical. Whew.
Wow, huh?
What do you got planned for today? What's going on? Or the weekend?
Well, Terry's brother and my sister-in-law, and my brother-in-law coming by this afternoon.
Nice.
So that's gonna be nice. And then tomorrow we got friends coming over, have something to eat, and we're gonna jam. I think I told you
Alright.
about him before. Terry says, "Hey, one of my friends' husband plays guitar. I already knew him, but I didn't know he played the guitar. So I says, really? Well, tell him, let's come over here. We'll have some dinner and tell him to bring his guitar and stuff, and then we'll jam."
Nice.
So now, he tried to, first time he played with somebody, trying to figure out what kind of music they play and so on and so forth. So he says, "Well, I played in the band when I was in high school." He's my age, or our age, or whatever. So he says, "I played in the band when I was in high school. So what kind of music you play?" He says, music from the 70s. I said, "Well, I know a lot of 70s stuff. Play something and we'll see if we can." So he starts playing a song, and I knew it, so I'm playing along with him. Then he goes into another song, and I played along with that one because I knew it as well. Halfway through the third song, I looked at him, and he looked like he was getting teary-eyed. I says, "Hey, you all right?" He goes, "No, you don't understand, man. I haven't played with anybody. I play all the time by myself, but I haven't played with anybody since high school. This is just really getting to me."
Wow.
Right? So then we did that. Then we found out that one of Terry's other friends also has a husband that's a guitar player. And this guy's like a really good blues guy. I mean, really good blues guy. A few years ago, he had the stroke, and he was in the hospital for a few days. He got home and he says to his wife, "What's with all these guitars over here?" She said, "Well, you've been playing guitars for years. You play gigs every night and stuff." She says, "I play the guitar." She goes, "Well, why else would you have all these guitars?" Of course. So he says, "Well, I know." He couldn't remember that he played. So then he grabbed the guitar and started playing, but he couldn't play it. And he was blown away because then she just showed him some videos of him playing before. He goes, "Wow, I can't believe that I can't play." So one day he got mad. He was sitting outside on his porch with his acoustic guitar. He said he sat there for hours trying to play the guitar. And finally, it started coming to him. He started playing some chords.
Really?
And if you watch him play now, you'd say, "Wow, this guy's really good, man. How could he not play?" It was amazing. So sometimes the three of us get together and play. That's always a good time.
That's fascinating to me. The brain.
Well, I had a stroke 5 years ago. So I was in the hospital on a Friday. The following Friday, we had a gig and I played, and nobody would have known the difference because I played the same as I always did. But then gradually, my left hand, I don't know if you can see that, but see how I can't, like my fingers start
Oh,
shaking.
yeah. Yeah.
Well, this hand I can do that without shaking. So now when I play the guitar, I don't play it as well as I used to. I still play, but I had to change the way I play some of the chords because I couldn't do them the other way.
Really?
So a couple of my songs that were like favorite songs to play, I can't even play really. I'm
Huh.
starting to now because I've been forcing myself to do it. But my hand hurts and my left foot hurts and stuff. And everybody says that the left side of my face hurts people. I don't know what they mean by that, but anyway,
50% of the time.
50% of the time. The other 50% of the time is the other side. It's funny how that stuff works, huh?
Yeah.
Uh,
I remember hearing that if someone stutters, uh, they don't stutter when they sing.
wow.
Isn't that fascinating?
So one time, John, that plays guitar in my band, called me up. He says, "Hey, do you have XS TV?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Put her on." So I put it on, and Tom Petty was playing, this band, a live show on the thing. I said, "Okay, thank you." He says, "No, no, look at Tom Petty's left hand." So I'm looking at his hand. He's playing the guitar, but his hand is shaking like crazy, and he's having a tough time doing the chords. I said, "What the heck's going on with that?" So I went on Google and I looked it up, and I said, "What's going on with Tom Petty's hand?" I guess they were in the studio recording something, and he got mad at somebody, and he punched the wall and messed up his whole hand. So he had to
Really?
relearn how to play. He was doing some chords. I knew what he was doing, but he wasn't doing the way we normally do it. He was like making different arrangements with his fingers. And his hand was like really shaking. So the moral of the story there is don't have a stroke. Don't get mad and punch the wall.
And make sure you set goals around things you can control.
Yeah. So how was your new rehearsal? Your first rehearsal at your new spot in your house there in the basement?
Yeah, we've been having some fun, and the creative juices are flowing. We got a couple new songs we've been writing and playing, and I finalized the CD order like last night,
Yeah.
the graphics, and so that'll be done and shipped to us soon.
Cool.
So I will get one in the mail to you.
Where do you record at?
We recorded the guy down in Millbury. He's got a home studio. Um, and it was a great experience. We've been there twice. And so our CD or EP, whatever, is going to have 6 songs on it.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's exciting.
So is
It's
he
fun.
doing like not like a 3-minute thing? It's longer because you're doing instrumental, right? So it goes longer than that.
Yeah, I think on this, it's funny. Somebody asked me that, so I timed it. All the songs are between 4 and 5 minutes
That's good.
of these particular 6. The 2 new ones we've written are just longer, but not a whole lot of rhyme or reason to it. But we took this quarantine time to go, what can we do here that's going to be productive? So we wrote a bunch of new stuff and got into the studio and got some songs done and had a photo shoot with a friend of mine who's a photographer and graphic designer who's a good buddy of mine, helped out with the stuff, and it's all done. It's amazing. So
sometimes because I will be playing and I'll forget some stuff and I play things that don't fit the song. So the guys keep saying we should do a video, like a compilation video of outtakes.
the blooper reel. Before any spectacular performance, there's a lot of unspectacular preparation.
Oh man.
But it's exciting. I'm looking forward to the day I come home and there's a box on the porch, which is the delivery of all the CDs. That's going to be something.
Well, so I think I told you about this before. Adrian, our drummer, is very, very talented and very creative. And one time we used to play this Halloween block party.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of houses would bring food and they'd have tables with food, so all the neighbors would come there, like the
Nice.
neighborhood pretty much. So we're playing, and in the last song, we're jamming on something. I forget what we're jamming on something. And Adrian starts singing. And it sounded good, but I'm saying, what's he singing? Like, I couldn't figure out what the lyrics didn't make sense to me. Then after a while, I figured out what he was doing. He was taking a set list, and he was saying simple stuff like, we started off with Jumpin' Jack Flash, and then we moved on to, and he was singing the set list.
The set list.
It was so good. The way he did it was so freaking good. Nobody knew what he was doing. It took me a while to get it going, and I went over and said to the other guy, hey, he's singing the set list. He goes, what? It was so cool.
And this was as he's drumming too.
Yeah, as he's drumming, yeah.
That's a whole separate talent to sing and drum at the same time.
Well, he's like a backup singer and stuff. He's good. Good singer, good drummer, good bass player, and really good guitar player. I mean, he's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fun.
He's been playing ever since he was a little kid, and he's just and I've never seen a drummer that's as happy as he is. Every time he's people always say, what's with your drummer, man? He's always so happy. I said, well, think about it. He's sitting in the back and he's looking at my ass and Mike's ass and John's ass. What do you think he's gonna do? He's gonna be happy, of course.
And still no Emmys in this band, but you got 2 Tonys.
Yeah, we don't have any Grammys, but we have 2 Tonys.
Oh my goodness. I'm not sure we're doing another one of these before your gig next week. So I'm excited for you.
Yeah. I'll have to send you some videos of it.
Please.
Yo.
And I got a CD coming your way.
Nice. Talk about CDs and DVDs. Did they ever give you a DVD of my comedy show that I did up in Hudson that you saw, that you were at?
No.
Oh, yeah. They go on like hotcakes. Excuse me for a second.
Oh boy. You leave me alone here all by myself, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Sounding like hotcakes. Tony Cabral live at the Portuguese Club, Hudson, Massachusetts. Oh my goodness.
Huh?
That's awesome.
Got the logo, got all kinds of stuff in there.
Where can our listenership order that?
Well, just the same way that the guy got the realtor got the thing, just put the money on PayPal. As soon as it chimes in, I ship it.
And how do they reach you? They can reach you at TonyCabralRealtor.com.
Yeah. My email is tony@tonycabral.com. So, it's always my, when I give people that my address, email address, they say, wow, that's how important I am. I have my own name and But then I have Tony Cabral Realtor at gmail.com.
Well, everyone's got their own name.
Huh?
Everyone's got their own name.
Yeah, but not on your email.
That's right. And so what's the cost of that DVD? $99 with free shipping, or how's that work?
Depends if I like you, it's cheap.
Oh,
If I don't like you, it's more money. But in your case, I like you, so it's cheap.
oh,
All I need is your address. You will send me your address and I'll send you one.
okay. I like that.
Most of that DVD is on Tony Cabral Comedy on YouTube.
Okay.
So now there's no excuse.
Just saying. Sounds like we got another sponsor for next week's show. Some local comedian.
I shouldn't be promoting my own personal stuff, but who cares, right?
Well, I'm trying to for you. That's what I'm trying to do is deflect it. So
Yeah, that's good.
I'll promote your stuff. You promote my stuff, and
I always wonder about your name, Michael Copperwhite. How'd you get the copper so white?
oh,
How'd you get the copper so white?
feels like we've reached that time in our podcast where we have run out of things to say, and now we're just getting stupid and goofy, which is a great place to be, but probably not for the listeners.
On the last one, we ran out of things to say, and we said 10 minutes more of stuff not to say or something. We didn't have anything to say for 10 minutes, but we did it anyway.
Yeah. We're figuring it out.
We don't want to abuse it all the time, right?
That's right. We are figuring. Listen, have yourself an outstanding day and a weekend, and I'm really psyched for your gig next week.
And it wouldn't be normal if I didn't say something about the fact that you still didn't have that new shirt yet.
Not yet. It's coming.
It's coming, okay.
Oh, yeah. What I'm working on is them being a sponsor. That'd be kind of cool.
There you go.
So I'll keep you posted.
All right, Mr. Mike.
Good to see you, buddy.
As usual, it's fun.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah. So what are all the photos back there? Is that your family on the wall back there behind you?
Yeah, I got a combination of family and awards and plaques, etc. Fun.
Nice. All right, man.
Good to see you, buddy.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're done.
See you soon.
See ya.